Well, howdy folks, and welcome to Mower Mike's. I am super pumped up today because it finally cooled off here in North Texas. We got one of them cold fronts, and we call it a cool front, highs in the 60s, and you know what that means. That means I'm finally gonna stop wrestling these old crappy lawnmowers making videos and make a chainsaw video. I love chainsaws. I think they're the coolest tool ever. And I want to share something with you that I found. This is not going to be me trying to fix some old piece of junk Husqvarna. I am tired of messing with the Husqvarnas. I mean, eventually they end up looking like this. I fix them so many times, then I try to really fix them, then I screw them up. They are just plastic. I hate it, but I've got to admit, I think they're just crappy quality these days. Even though they're made in Sweden. Hopefully I didn't break something down there. It looks like I did. But anyways, so we're going to not talk about Husqvarnas, and we are not fixing chainsaws today. What are we doing? I'm actually going to do a chainsaw review video. If you've watched my channel, you know all I get to do is mess with old, broke junk, and I'm just tired of it. I want to mess with something new. So I went on the Amazon and I ordered a chainsaw. I really wanted to get the Steel or the Echo, but man, everything I wanted a 70cc chainsaw, and they were all like $700, $800. So I ended up with this Neo-Tec. It was like $300 chainsaw. And folks, I got on Amazon and it absolutely has blown me away. This thing has a full metal body. It is a beast of a chainsaw. Even Dr. Bob was impressed. So we're going to do a separate video on this, but I was like, if this thing's that badass, what would be the opposite spectrum? So I went on the Amazon and I got the cheapest gas chainsaw you can buy. This thing was $139 for a 12-inch NEOTEC. So the little brother to this guy here. And you're like, why would you do that? Why don't you just get an electric chainsaw? Well, folks, because electric chainsaws suck. I don't want to run out of battery. I want the smallest, cheapest chainsaw on Amazon. And this is it. And it came in a tiny little box. It's about 10 inches by 10 inches. So what this video is going to do, we're going to unbox this thing, review it, put it together, see how it works, and then we're going to give it a test and just start ripping on it. So the first thing, I guess what all the kids are doing nowadays, they do these unboxing videos. So let's do an unboxing video. Let's see what comes out. I can see here, we got the NEOTEC, we got all the parts. All right, it's unboxed. So let's go ahead and zoom in and take a closer look at the construction of the NEOTEC. Gang, welcome back to the shop table. I have scurried the shop and I think I found all the parts that just went flying everywhere. So what we're gonna do right now, I'm gonna go through all the different parts and tools that you get with this little tiny cute chainsaw. I can't believe I said cute. This little chainsaw, and then we're going to put it together for an initial put together and show you how it goes together. First of all, you see you got the little chainsaw, you got a little 12-inch bar, you got a 3/8-inch chain. You actually have a sharpening file, which is kind of cool. Never seen that with a chainsaw. You've got a few tools here, you got a little screwdriver, and then you've got the teeth here. So pretty complete little kit. You also get a little funnel and a little mixing thingy for your fuel. So what we're gonna do next, we're gonna go through and actually install what parts we've got on here. Now here, this is the main tool you're gonna use pretty much for everything. And you take the bolts off, take the two nuts off that hold the side cover on, because now we have to install our guide bar. All right, so you pull this off. One thing I want you to notice on this guy here is that on the rear end of it, there are a couple of tabs right here, and you've just got, every time you install it, take it off, don't just yank it off this way, you kind of pry it open that way. And this is kind of crazy, but I've never seen the chain brake actually installed to the side cover, so it all comes off as one piece. I guess that's kind of cool. So when we're looking at here, next we need to go ahead and install our little teeth thing. Now mine either did not come with the little screws to screw them on here, or they went flying somewhere when I did my big opening. So what we're gonna do here is just going to install these guys. I found a couple little screws here in the shop. All it does is screw into the side here. Let's see if I can do that real quick. Not block your view. Now, I'm not quite sure what these things do. I guess they prevent it from bumping up against the log you're doing. It's all this small. I'm not sure if it's truly necessary, but hey, why not? We got it. We're going to do it. All right. We got that sucker tight on there. And next, all we have to do is put on the bar. Now with the bar, NEOTEC, make sure that faces up, and then we put the chain on here. Now this has something very, very funny. If you look at the bar in a couple of spots, like right here and even right here, it tells you which way the chain goes. The chain goes, so idiots like me don't put the chain on backwards because it will not cut if it's on backwards. Now when you look at the chain, let's see if we can get it's always going to go like this with the little one up front because that actually runs down, and then your cutting piece is right there. So you just loop it on like so. No, you don't loop it on like so. You loop it on the back part first. And the tricky part with the chain is when you take this thing out is getting it unraveled, because chains always seem to fold upon themselves and make lots of crazy 8 loops. So that is always a fun game. And then when you loop it over, just make sure it slides in there like so. And then you're just going to kind of tighten it up, and easy breezy. Now you just reinstall your cover. Again, make sure it loops on here like so. Then down here. Now, you're going to have to play around with this because you have a little adjustment bar in here. Let me take this out. So, you'll see right here, this is the little adjustment knob that slides into the bar that adjusts the chain. And you adjust it with this screw right here. So you're going to have to screw this thing back and forth. If you screw it to the right, it's going to push that bar to the right. Screw it to the left, it pulls it back to the left. So when we put it on here, I think I should have had it already lined up. But you can see we're going to have to do a little screw job here. Left, right, left. There she goes. There it goes. And you'll see it come home. You just want to make sure that sucker's tight on there. And then all we do is we tighten up our 2 nuts. And as far as the chain tightness, you don't want to make this chain as tight as possible. There's stuff all over the internet. You just want a little flex, like that's probably good. And then tighten her up. And with that, that's it, baby. We're going to go ahead, and I'm actually going to do a weigh-in. Now, I'm reviewing this saw, but this is the big brother here. We're going to take a look at that and just see how much this thing weighs. And then we're going to do a startup and just let it rip and get this baby eaten and see how this little tiny saw does. Hey, it looks kind of cool looking. You know, you can do one-handed here. So I'm pretty excited about this. I have never started it, but I am jacked about this little saw. Stay with me. Whoa. All right, so next I'm going to go ahead and gas this sucker up. See, it looks like one tank. The top one's for fuel, the bottom one's for bar chain oil. I'm actually going to use a little canister. It says 25 to 1. I use Amsoil, it's 50 to 1, so we'll see if it burns up. We'll go ahead and give her a little something to drink there. Everything is so tiny on this saw, which is sometimes a good thing because you don't always need a freaking gigantic chainsaw. I can see it didn't take much fuel. It took maybe, I don't know, a couple of 100 milliliters. I don't know how much that is, but it ain't much. So we're going to go ahead and seal that sucker up. Now, bar chain oil is very, very important for your chain. So please don't forget that. I'm going to go ahead and fill this thing up with, I use Amsoil, which I'll put links down below, but I'll also do links of Amazon links where you can get your different oils and whatnot. All right, let's see if we can get, remember this is a 2-stroke, so just remember 2-stroke oil only. Now bar chain oil is fairly thick, so I'm going to fill this sucker up. Whoa, this is so cool. I think for $100, I might just be buying new chainsaws instead of fixing chainsaws. Fixing chainsaws is one of the quirkiest, hardest things you will work on because all the parts are tiny, everything's dirty, and it just kind of sucks. All right, anyways, I know people will disagree. Next, what we're going to do, we're going to look at the startup procedure. One thing I do want to point out is that it does have accessible high and low and throttle adjustments, and it actually comes with an adjustment screw. So a lot of your Husqvarna stills they come with caps or they come with funky screws. These are just flathead screws. I think that's really cool that it allows you to adjust the mixtures. Also on here, you'll see this is the setting. So it says choke all the way up, start halfway. It's got this little thing, and then runs to the bottom. So I don't quite understand why choke is all the way up, but that's not the start position. Starts halfway. So we'll go ahead and play around with that. And it does have a little bulb here. So what we're gonna do next, I'm gonna go ahead and do a startup, and we're gonna see how this thing runs. But before we start ripping, I do wanna do one thing. I wanna see how much this saw weighs, because weight is very, very important when it comes to a chainsaw. So let's see here if I can get a weight. All right, she weighs in at 4.4 pounds. And just for giggles, let's see how much its big brother weighs. This is a very, very heavy saw. It's stupid heavy. But boy, this thing rips in our other video. So compared to the big one, let's see. Big one weighs 9.5 pounds. So this saw, I think at 4.5 pounds, it's gonna be very manageable for pretty much anybody, including the female sex. So with that, I'm gonna stop banging around on stuff, and we're gonna get out and start sawing. All right, before we go to the straight action sequence, we're gonna go through a cold chainsaw start procedure. Now, it is like 20 degrees out here. This chainsaw's not run in probably at least 2 weeks, so this is a true cold start. And also, I want to point out that this is my best guess at the procedure, because I went through the instruction manual, and it's like 0.3 font and some weird Chinese translation, and honestly, it didn't make any sense to me. All right, so to start it, what we're going to start with, you're going to have your little bulb right there. Just pump it a bunch of times till it firms up. What that's doing, that is priming the carburetor, is pulling fuel into the carburetor. Next, it has the choke. Now, in the instructions on here, it says run, start, choke. So I don't know why it has start at the middle lever. To choke it for first start, go ahead and just pull it as far out as you can go. And then for safety, sometimes what you can do, or what you probably should do, if you push the chain brake forward, it's going to lock the chain in place. That way when you start it, you don't cut anything off. And now this is a little chainsaw, but it does have some compression. So what I like to do is go ahead and put it on the floor, and then you just start cranking her, and hopefully it starts off. There we go. Once you have a little start, you can push it in like so. So now it's at half choke. All right, and then you tilt the chainsaw brake. Maybe that's not it. There we go. There we go. Let's go find something to cut. All right, we are in the back 40 back here behind the shop at Mower Mike's. I want to show you where this little chainsaw is really going to shine. This is the type of situation where you don't need a giant chainsaw. You need something small. We've got weeds around us, stickers, and it's just hard to get to, a bunch of fallen timber, and we're just going to try to buck some of these logs and just go down it and just show you how she does. Let's see how easy it is to start. Well, let's choke it. Oh. One thing to check on this, it does have an on-off switch. So once you click it off, you do have to switch it back on. There you go. I was like, what the hell? Look at that. First start. Well, we're just going to like so. Look at that little thing rip. I can see it makes this stuff super easy to cut. Do stuff one-handed like so. Let's get through here, baby. Oh, yeah. Look at this sumbitch go, baby. I really like it on the small stuff like this. And then you got bigger stuff like this. Let's go through here. No, this thing just eats. Now what we got here is a bigger log. Again, make sure your safety. I'm sitting on a bed of thorns. All right. Look at there we go, baby. Look at that little summit go. Look at that. That's probably about an 8-inch log. But next, let's go ahead and zoom in, and we're going to see how she does on a tree trunk here. All right, so what we're gonna do next, we're gonna go through some thicker stuff. So to start it, again, just click it on, and since it's already been running, hopefully it just starts right up. Look at that, I love how this thing starts. All right, we're gonna go from down here to clearing this up. Much bigger stuff here. There we go. Always use your safety gear, right? Oh, whoops. It is loud. All right, we're gonna go through some bigger stuff now, baby. See if we can. All right, this could be our last cut. Now this is about a 12-inch log right here. Get her warmed up for you. You can't put a ton of pressure on it. It's not that big of a saw. Man, I tell you what, this little thing freaking rips. Look at that. Cut through it like a big chainsaw. You know, it is a smaller engine, so you can't put a ton of pressure on it, but for stuff like this, I tell you what, I'm gonna keep this sumbitch in my truck, use it all the time. I think it is awesome. So if you like it, I'll put a link down below. This thing's really only 150 bucks. To me, it's a must buy. And my next video, I'm gonna review the big brother to this thing. I've got a gigantic NEOTEC that weighs 3 times as much, and it is a beast of a saw. So now, one thing to note, this is a short-term test. I don't know how long this thing's gonna hold up, but for right out of the box, it rips. So with that, Mower Mike's out. I'll catch y'all next time.